All right, how is everyone? Got a countdown. Give everybody time to watch their commercial. Who all do we have in the house? Looks like I got here before Dallas. 46 in the house. How is everybody? Cool. Well, sorry I'm late. I was at work and I was up on the back of 102 acres and couldn't get myself out of there in any reasonable amount of time, but I still made it only about 15 minutes late. I see that my sidekick Dallas is running a little behind, which is fine. Let me make double, triple sure he's got the link. Oh, I see. Give me just a second. Yeah, there we go. May have had a broken link for him. There, Dallas, try that link. Link might have broken for you. All right. Now, who all do we have in the house? Since I'm the one running behind. Wow, quite a crowd in here. Goodness. Don English is in here. Robert Magny, the Dutch guys. Mostly old parts and rust at NSB. And speaking of NSB, check this out. The guys from NSB sent me their hot new stickers. Check that out. And they sent me number 11. How cool is that? They sent me 10 through 12, actually. So I've got one on the board, and then I got this one until I rearrange my little sticker board there. I see Destroyer 1320s in the house. Dr. Art is here saying 91 what? Today is 90 to go. 80, yeah, 89 and change, exactly. Look at you people. JB's little shop, Greg's here. Bad Tree. Colleen Tebow, only 14 likes. Well, I mean, there wasn't anything to like until I got here at least, and now there's even less to like, right? Isn't that how it works? Perpetual Projects, glad you're here, glad you signed up. There's Dallas. Hey, Dallas. Sorry about
Hey, what's happening?
Looks like when I sent you the link, it broke, but I was running a few minutes late. I know you've been backstage watching, but
I just didn't have the link. That was all. It either didn't come through my email or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, it's all good. That's what I figured. So we're good. But I was stuck up on the back of 102 acres in Pulaski County, and that was fun. You got the Bad Tree threads, cool.
Yeah, with the No Name Nationals on the back. Blake is a forward leaner, as they call them.
Yes,
made a shirt months before.
Blake is on top of things. Well, tonight, guys, we want to introduce you to another sponsor we have brought on board for the No Name Nationals, and we'll introduce you to him in just a second. But as always, if we have to need a little housekeeping to do, we want to do that. We'll catch my comments up here to current. I see Shop Cats and two Shop Cats here, two Hacks is here, Aaron's here, Dean Stevenson and Raker. 59 in here. Unity Motorsports Andy, how you doing, man? Mostly old parts and rust Patrick, Leighton Welding, Tony's Hot Rod Garage. Thanks for showing up, guys. Well, just if we have any housekeeping to do, one thing I will mention, and we'll mention this again, if you haven't heard, there is a No Name Nationals Fuel Relief Fund. And that fund has been seeded with $3,000 of generosity from Buzz, from Roadkill Customs. And so far, it's been matched. We're trying to match it. We're 21% of the way there to matching that $3,000 from the community. And whatever winds up in the pot is going to really help some people get to this event who might not otherwise. So if you haven't seen it, make sure to check out the video I put up on my channel. It's a short 2-minute commercial-free video. Yeah, Buzz has popped up the link here. And it'll give you a link to apply for fuel relief. And you will go through Big Mike of Big Mike's Hoopty Barn. He is the committee head who is deciding disbursement. And I am quite confident in Mike. He's smart, he's wise, and he's the perfect choice for such a thing. So he and a few others will be making decisions on fuel relief. So we have that. Make sure to check it out. There's also a link to donate if you are able and want to. There's also a link for that. Andrew Nelson's in the house. How's it going? You guys, they're thinking about that 28-inch tire, 10.5-inch tire class. Look out. The Nelsons are interested in it. That's going to be a pretty hotly contested class. All right. Dallas, do you have any housekeeping to do before we introduce our guest?
Not really. There's been very little progress on my part. I mean, the only thing I'm really needing to do now is just get the internet ironed out there at Jeffers. So that's really the big one. And then we got some couple small loose ends to tie up with some rentable equipment.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good, but there's a lot to do, but we're doing it. We keep chiseling away, and it looks good. It's just we just have to stay on it like anything else. Ryan's here, Dr. Art. Want to say hi to Buzz. Uh-oh. Leighton, you looking to get in on that? Perry Ford says California's in the house. That's cool. Glad to have you. Don says Friday has arrived. Friday arrived at midnight, but I'm glad we're having some fun now. All right. With that, we have brought aboard another class sponsor for the No Name Nationals. Oh, and by the way, since you guys usually pick out things like this, you notice my crooked sign back here behind me, my Carlisle sign. It has 2 hooks that hold it. I had one fall on one side, I replaced, now the other did. So you got to look at it crooked this live. You tell me, do you want to look at the sign crooked this live, or do you want me to take it down until I fix it? Your choice. Just let me know.
I think it's fine crooked.
Yeah, I don't care. That's why I said just let them. All right, let's bring forward our guest. So we now have a sponsor for the burnout competition portion of the inaugural AHRA No Name Nationals. He's a familiar face, and I think he's perfect for this. And it is.
What's up, guys? Oh, man.
I
am so excited. I am so freaking excited.
You tell me this is not a good choice for the burnout portion, the burnout extravaganza of the No Name Nationals. Is there anybody better?
We are going to have some fun.
you know, when I was first looking at this, I thought, you know what, I'm going to reach out to Eric. I know he wants to do something. And I said, well, you know what, let's just see what he's interested in. And he says to me, burnout competition. I'm like, that's exactly, I just knew it. I knew that had him written all over it, but I wanted to hear what he said. So we're exactly on the same page. So I think Destroyer 1320 is going to bring all kinds of good excitement and energy to this burnout.
Well, he's already brought good excitement and energy just to this live.
This is him. This is him.
This is what I do, guys. This is my thing,
That's
man.
It. That's it.
We're not here. This isn't a book club.
No. Great.
We're here talking about burnouts and racing and everything that makes me wake up in the morning with a smile on my face.
Yes. So if you guys haven't seen his channel, I already popped up the link here. He has a good sense of humor. He hosts the meme show, the Unaware Street Racing League. You may want to watch some of them. Really good stuff. It's funny stuff. It's the kind of stuff that you watch and you will smile before you're done, no matter which video you pick, because it's fun. It's fun. It's a channel that makes you feel better watching because it's fun. And
appreciate that.
I think that he's just a great addition to the No Name Nationals. And you also have your theft deterrent system, for the modern Dodges. You can tell
Yes,
them
sir.
about that. That caught my eye too. I thought that was pretty cool.
Well, you should have sold the heck out of them suckers at what a Power Tour where there's like 5 of them Challengers and Chargers got stolen.
Let's just say sales have increased. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Right. So we thought that we would break this out. I don't know how many of you might have figured it out, but I know I didn't say anything, and I thought this would be a really good fit. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, we'd like to read them. But while they're thinking of whatever it is they want to ask or comment or conjecture or whatever it is they want to do, why don't you tell us what your thought was? Because you reached out to us about something like this. Tell us what your thought was behind that.
Well, as you guys know, well, some of you may, some of you don't. If you don't know who I am or what I'm doing, anything like that, the Terminator. Hold on. Let me move out of the way real quick so you can actually see what my channel is. I'm just extra, but this is what the channel is actually going to be. 1 second, I'll be right back.
$70 dart.
Okay, that is the Terminator. That is probably going to end up changing names, but that is the Terminator. That is the drag car that I purchased. Now, my channel, Destroyer 1320, huge story on that, but easy, quick Cliff Notes version. I bought a 2019 Destroyer Gray 1320 model Challenger. I had people going, "Oh, you want to destroy 1320 video?" And that's my favorite. No, they're my favorite. Heck no. It was a Destroyer Gray 1320 Challenger. And that's why I called myself, really clever name, Destroyer 1320. Because when I went to purchase the car, there was no videos on the car. There was nothing. I'm like, okay, well, how long does it take before you can use the trans brake and line lock and all these things? There was nothing. So I'm like, well, screw it. My kids gave me crap because they're always watching YouTube. And I walked by one day and I go, I could do that. No, you can't. All right. So I threw my hat in the ring and started just making videos about the car. Everything from test drive. I went there to test drive it. Now, after I bought the car and looking back, they had nothing set up correctly. When you push drag mode, everything was set to stock. And I was like, that didn't really do nothing. And then I got home, and like a week later, my brother and I are driving around, and I'm playing with, all the 8 billion buttons that thing has in it. And I'm like, what's this do? Drag, drag, drag. We about pooped our pants. That thing went sideways in second gear, just, I was like, that's the car I bought. Okay,
That
now
should have
we're
been
talking.
the test drive, right?
Exactly. I'm like,
Yes.
Oh my gosh, these dealers need to talk to people and educate them on what the car is. So anyway, that's what got me fired up to start the channel. I made 100 videos on that car. I'm part of a bunch of different groups still to this day for modern Mopar muscle. And when I found out my car was not, the Destroyer Gray was not going to be allowed or offered anymore after 2019, I was like, crap, this thing might be eventually rare because they only made that color in the 1320 for 1 year. So I was part of a group, took the VIN number, sent it to somebody. It's one of 108. There's 109 made. The 109th one is in Canada. So I was like, great. Because I was like, oh, man, I'm going to do a billet lower end. I'm going to do twin turbo. I'm going to freaking, I wanted to jack this thing to the moon and go racing.
Now I got to put it in the garage and not drive it.
Yeah. Now I'm like, okay, I got tires and gas. No.
Yeah, well, just ask the GNX guys,
Oh, yeah.
is it worth it, right? Is it worth it?
Do you want to be that guy? Because you
Right.
tell the story, oh, man, I had a GNX. What happened to it? Well,
I blew it up 4 times. And
oh, yeah. Yeah, I threw nitrous on it and didn't change nothing. And yeah, no. I wasn't going to be that guy. So it came down to the point where like, okay, my channel's getting stale. I'm getting stale on it. I love driving the car. It was fun. But my passion has always been old school muscle. And as it says on my shirt, and I made the shirt, I love all cars, but I drive Mopars. And don't get it wrong, I do. I love all cars. Anything that makes power, I'm addicted to. There's a respectful place for everybody who likes cars and power. So everything kind of grew from there in my head going, okay, what do I do? How am I going to do this? I hang out with a guy named Brian, who owns a company called Project Nitrous. And he has a Mustang called Jarhead that is pretty ridiculous. And I've been helping him build that and getting more and more into what I call real drag racing. Because I can take my street car and go to the track, but that doesn't mean I'm a drag racer. So I'm learning the real side of drag racing. And it kind of inspired me to go, all right, first thing I need is a vehicle to haul my car to the track. No matter what car I have, I can have the vehicle, but if I can't get it to the track, what am I doing? So I found a Power Wagon and traded my 1320 Challenger keys for a Power Wagon. And then I went actually and looked at a Challenger before I bought this. And it looked like somebody took a thin layer of Bondo and went over the entire car and painted it and then never touched it. And it cracked up. I mean, it looked like, you know how grandma gets her arm all like, when you don't put lotion, it just gets all that. The whole paint job was that way. So I was like, it was so bad. Now, don't get me wrong. He took me for a ride, and it was a big tire car, and that thing it ripped. It ripped big time. And I was like, ooh, but is it worth me? I hate body work. It's the worst thing on the planet to me. And I'm like, I just can't do it. He was asking way too much. And oddly enough, you know how things happen for a reason. I'm driving home. I pull over to get gas or something. And I'm like, I'm going to look real quick before I get back to the house and see if I can go see another car. This thing pops up. So I immediately, hey, and it was $7,000 cheaper. And so I'm like, got a hold of the guy, and the guy ended up living in Minnesota. And so I got a hold of him, ended up meeting up with him and buying the car. And now this is my flagship into true drag racing. I want to go 10-second bracket racing with it. I'm cutting my teeth. You guys can watch the journey on the channel. And back to the original point of him asking, hey, you made a little device. Here's what it is. This is just a little bent piece of metal. How'd this come about? Well, I went to a YouTuber call-out race and with my 1320 and was going to race a guy. He had a red eye Charger. Now, I'm way outgunned. This guy's, 797 horsepower to my NA 392 was 485 horse. But he's got a hook. That 1320 will hook. There is no doubt. I will 60-foot him all day long. So he'll have to catch me. So I was looking forward to at least, I was going to bet him 60-foot. I'll just beat you 60-foot. I go to the track the next day. Guy got his car stolen. I was like, dude, no way. So I asked him, I go, got details? You got what information do you have on what happened? And they have security footage from the hotel he was at. And they had taken a car, pulled up to his car. Now, he had a brand new C8 Corvette and a red-eye Charger. Those were the two cars he brought to this thing. They didn't even look at the C8. They immediately went over, busted the window out of his car, opened the door, popped it in neutral, and took another stolen car and pushed it onto a trailer. It was gone within a minute and a half.
Wow.
So I'm a true car guy. And when you see, especially I was going to race the dude, and he's a great dude. It's Wide Body Nation on YouTube. And he's a super great dude, and he's active military. One of the things, huge respect to all military personnel. But, dude, after hearing that lit a fire in me, like, I have to do something. This is ridiculous. So I was like, I wonder if my car has that. So I jumped in my car, pulled the little coin slot up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you don't have to do anything. You pull up the coin slot, pull a red strap, and your car's in neutral. You can shove it around anywhere you want, because the new cars that don't have keys, they don't lock the steering wheel.
Oh, man.
It doesn't lock.
Wow.
It's like they went, how can we make it easy for people to steal $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 cars? It doesn't make sense to me. So I ripped my car apart, and I took old sheet metal I had laying around from a air breather or something and cut it and bent it until I made a plate that would go over that. And I, put bolts back in it and then put everything back together, and you can't get to it. I did that on a live stream that I was talking to the guy about. I said, I'm so mad, I'm going to do it right now. And on that live stream, I ripped my car apart and invented that right there. And since then, it has taken many shapes, and now it is laser cut, and I have it patented, and I have laser everything. Yeah, I'm evolving it to get better and better and better, so it's a more solid product. But there's been 25 or 30 people who've had their cars saved because of my device so far.
Sweet.
People who had their stuff broken into, but they didn't take the car. There's video of a guy named Toro 704. He has a 1320 as well. And you can see the parking garage. His car's parked here. There's a Charger parked here. They break into his car. They can't do nothing with it. They break into this other car and steal it.
Wow. That's a big deal. That's proof. See, a lot of people say, well, we think this has done this. We expect this has done that. You have proof of exactly what it's done.
Right. I have videos. I have tons of people who go, man, if anything, I get a lot of people that go, man, I sleep better at night because of your product.
Dude Mopar needs one for his wife's scat pack.
Dude, shoot me an email, mydestroyer1320@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I will take care of you.
We'll put a link to that for those of you watching this on replay. And those of you, Just Mopar Joe in our community here, his mom had one, and it got stolen in Memphis. This is a real thing. It's much bigger than I realized. Who would have thought that those cars were so prone to that? So that piece of metal is a relatively cheap piece of insurance to protect your car.
Yeah, I'm selling them for $35 a piece.
$35. And what do those cars cost?
$90,000.
Exactly.
60, 70.
Right.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
Right. That's the kind of thing that once you know it, what would you do with that?
Well, that's pretty cheap insurance. I bet your insurance company would actually pay for that if you had one of those cars.
Well, there's a couple things, though, because they don't want the liability of, the car battery died and they couldn't put the car in neutral and they're stuck at the intersection. Now, I avoid that liability through language in everything that has to do with my product, my website, everything. I've done that up front to go, hey, you're installing this. I have not touched anything. I am not liable for a thing. I am selling you this piece of metal. That's it.
Well, remember, you're marketing this to this crowd here of people who have smarts.
Right. They can take it out. They put it in, they can take it out.
Take it in, you can take it out, but it's insurance, right? It's a smart thing. I thought it was pretty slick. The other thing that just is so neat how it dovetails into our community is he's got this really, I guess it's starting out as a really cool side hustle and just turn it into so much more because it's such a thing, right? I mean, did you think it would turn into as big a thing as it has?
Absolutely not. I mean, it's to the point now where I work for a very large company remotely, but I work for everybody here knows the company, a big company. And it has made me more money so far this year than my job.
Oh, well, good deal. That's how it's supposed to go.
What's so cool about this is here, a member of our community, right? Bona fide member of our community creates a product for people in our community, which is making him a business. And then he wants to sponsor an event for our community. It just goes full circle and it's awesome. All the money stays in the community. Can't beat that.
Exactly. And I have 8 other inventions already in the pipeline that I'm perfecting the ones I have right now. And I have 8 more plus, not to give anything away, but let's just say race cars. I have so many ideas on how to help with a whole bunch of different things. And so I'm going to try and parlay this into much more than just those protectors. Mm-hmm. So it's something I want to grow. And that's where I wanted to get destroyer1320.com, which is my website. That is the brand. That is who is sponsoring the burnout competition.
Right.
So, oh, goodness. We already got one in here, huh?
Oh, man. Who brought that in?
Always. Would one of our axes take care of the trash there, please?
Get the hammer out. They always show up.
Hold on, I want to click on that.
They are really after my chat as of late.
It says it's cheap.
Well,
we know that one's right up there with the check is in the mail, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, the second comment on my video I dropped today, that kind of crap.
Yeah,
and it's like YouTube's getting bad.
YouTube is really good at demonetizing someone for something stupid, but boy, they sure can't seem to do much about that. It's kind of a running joke. But I'm really thrilled to see the success that your product has had and what all it means, for you and the growth of your channel and how it all just fits together is so cool. Also, you guys that haven't seen, so Eric has this thing. Tell him about the Unaware Street Racing League because I love it.
So my wife and I were going to dinner, and I'm just an idiot all the time. There's no helping it. Yes, I can be serious, but most of the time my brain just bounces around with stupid things. So I'm sitting in the car next to my wife, and I'm kind of bored. We're driving to dinner or whatever, just sitting there looking around. And all of a sudden I just start announcing the people in front of me like it was a drag, because I'm drag racing. My brain is that all the time. I mean, a shopping cart takes off because the wind blew it. I'm racing that thing.
Right.
I am. It ain't going to beat me. So I was sitting there and I not like goofing around, was like, the Camry takes the lead. And, I was sorry. I get into a lot of voices. I got Harry Carey and all these other ones I do.
Oh, yeah.
So I invented a voice and was like, I'm just going to, because Shorts had just came out. And I didn't know anything. I still am not good at shorts. I don't know anything about them, really. I don't, you know what I mean? It's not my thing. I don't just sit and go, oh, what shorts are here today? But I was like, okay, I need to get in on this short thing. And it was the perfect way for me to put my foot in there and go, hey, here's something I guarantee you've never seen. Because if you really sit and think about it, every time you pull up to a stoplight, it's a drag race. They just don't know it. So that's where the Unaware Street Racing League came to be.
Right.
Because they're completely unaware that they're drag racing. But behind them is an idiot who's commentating like they just pulled a whole shot and they're getting ready to hit the scramble button.
Well, I had heard of Eric before and seen Destroyer 1320, but I was watching, I don't know, it was a suggestion, and it was the Unaware Street Racing League. And there was one of his I watched. I admit this. I watched it 3 times in a row. It had me laughing so hard. It was over someone that had a motorized scooter on the back of the car. And the fact that he just comes up with this spontaneously, you can't, that's something you can't buy, you can't teach. You're either wired that way or you're not. And I said, I think that just makes him a great fit for what we do here, right?
It's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. I will try to help make that.
And John found you into announcing for it too, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to get to. I thought that lent itself to, so we've already introduced you to one of our announcers, Ron Ward, okay? The legendary Ron Ward, NHRA, Lucas Oil, NMCA, ADRL. He's got a long resume. And what we also want to have to balance that out are several YouTubers whom you guys know from their channels, but you may not think of them as announcers. And we're going to be introducing them over the weeks to come. We got a good roster of people that I think are going to be great in the booth. Remember, a lot of our spectators, they may not be familiar with them from their channel, but they're going to hear them in the booth and say, man, these guys are cool and this is fun and I'm enjoying this. And so it'll work. But we're going to be introducing you to those guys over the next few weeks. But we're going to just work with them over time because you guys are already familiar with these guys. They're familiar faces, one of which is Eric. So for anybody who can do the Unaware Street Racing League, I think it's just going to be great for this.
Now, I may have to do my Unaware Street Racing League voice. I may have to be, hey, everyone, this is Rusty Prop Rod. Today we have an amazing race between, and I'll go into it.
Yeah.
But it's always a different, the key to it is a completely different name every time somebody wants to know your name.
Yeah.
I am Saggy Lugnuts, your host.
Right.
I mean, just you go, yes, crazy with it. What motor does it have? 451 stroker.
Yeah, well, if you were to actually throw all of your personalities in one hat and just have a conversation amongst yourselves, that would be freaking great.
Oh, dude. Don't tempt me to have fun.
I'll bring up real quick about DRC Racing. He has very generously thrown a little bonus for reaction time on 2 of our classes. We'll get into that later. Just wanted to give him a shout out for that. I think that's pretty cool. Just something a community member threw out there just to be just to be cool. So we'll talk more about that later, but I wanted to mention that and say thank you while his comment drifted through.
Yes, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, man. Everything to spice this thing up to the moon. I am telling you, anybody who misses this is going to be kicking themselves in the head. Like, you ever seen that little dude on Jackass who can kick himself in the forehead?
Yes,
That's what they're going to be doing. That's exactly what they'll be doing. Damn it, I should have been there.
Well, so also, in addition to doing some time in the booth, Destroyer 1320, of course, this is the Destroyer 1320, burnout competition at the No Name Nationals. So essentially, Eric is going to have a playpen set up in our Australian style burnout pit. And that's where the party is going to move when the track goes cold on Friday night. And so we're going to move there. We're going to have it lit up, have the Jersey Barriers, lots of fun going on at the top end up there. And basically the MC of our party, our burnout party, is going to be Destroyer 1320.
Well, my wife always said it, because there were times we were at a bowling alley and somehow I would end up with a microphone singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" as Harry Carey. Like, I just am known, don't give the guy a microphone. I used to play in a band and I'm just a ham. I love it. I love getting up and, if I can make someone light up for a second, dude, I did my job. So it's going to be a fun time. I don't care what anybody thinks. It's going to be fun. So please put your happy hats on. Head to the end of the track on Friday night, and the Destroyer 1320 burnout competition is going to be a blast. It's going to be like nothing you've ever seen.
A running theme we've got, with the No Name Nationals is look at the sponsors that come aboard. Okay. These are not your corporate type of sponsors who want to ruin an event with nonsense. We don't allow it. These are people from our community. They get the event. They help the event. They make the event better in every way. They do it for all the right reasons. And so just like Buzz, Eric is cut from that cloth. And that's exactly who we want to talk with. And there's all kinds of, believe me, there's a lot of people who've reached out to us to want to do stuff. But to me, I think we're doing great at getting the right people behind this event. So if you like what Buzz is doing, and by all accounts, Buzz is doing awesome for us.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and not just the No Name 500, which he has adopted, but the event overall, including the No Name 500, is better because of Buzz. And I feel the same way about Eric. So the burnout competition is going nowhere but up because of him. It's going to be better than ever, right? And believe me, Dallas and I, we put on a good party, but bringing Eric in is going to make this is even better. And then that's just the way we roll. So,
well, if there was such a word, it'd be like, well, we could create a party, but he would be like even partier, right?
Oh yeah.
Who let that guy in? Good God.
Well, I'm thinking like, you got to come up with something cool. We got to throw out a cool award for this thing, like my biggest hunk of dirt in my beer award or something.
Now, FYI, John Cope is here.
Send me ideas. Sorry, go ahead.
You can't say the whole name of his username because the T word is off limits until the 10th of July. He has warned everybody in his video. No, you cannot ask any questions about anything with the T words. I'm not even going to say his entire username until the 10th of July when his vacation's up. So John at Cope Racing blank. How's that? How's that, John? That cool? No, I hope he has. He's a hard worker, and I hope has a great vacation. So, and we'll look forward to having him on again soon too.
Oh heck yeah, that was a great interview.
Oh, we have a blast. So I've had him on here before on a formal Friday, and then we did a Wednesday night social live, which is just us talking about all kinds of things, just whatever we want to, and that was a barrel of fun. Yeah, I know. It's just we have a barrel of fun and the time flies by, and we will do that again because I'll tell you, it's people actually request it for some reason, but we have a blast. We would do it whether it's people hanging out in the chat or not. All right, so we got 164 feet by 94 feet of Australian-style paved burnout pit. Well, and I don't want to release too much to the public, but it's got some twists, and I shared them with Eric. Do you have any
I thought we already threw this out there. What isn't the
We haven't
grassy
told them,
knoll?
we haven't told them what we're going to do with any of that yet.
Oh, I thought we threw the grassy knoll out there, though,
There's
right?
grass in the middle, but we don't know exactly what we're going to do with that yet. We'll see. We'll see. You guys will have to see when you get there, but it'll be a burnout competition like no other.
Hey, when you guys see a flagpole from the golf course and a cup there, just don't ask questions, okay?
Don't ask questions.
You'll find out.
There's no telling what will happen between now and then. But no, I'm really excited about it. I think it's just great. I think it's just a perfect complement to this event. Do you guys have any specific questions for Eric other than the 451 stroker and his dart there? I love the dart, by the way. I have a 70 dart that's yellow and black. It's street.
Nice.
So when I saw that, I grinned pretty big over the Terminator behind him.
I'm actually looking for another 71 just like this because I want to make a clone of it. It's not going to stay this way for too long. I already have ideas of what it will be after this, but I'm going to make a clone of it that I can take on Drag Week because this 13.5-to-1 compression, 4,800 stall, 727, 433 gear with a spool, not meant for just going out and cruising 200 miles.
Yeah, that one's a rough one to take on Drag Week.
Yeah, so I'm going to get one a little more tame, and I want to take another one though that looks just like this one, and take it out and go on Drag Week and do the drag and drive stuff. I'm a big fan of that as well. I did Rocky Mountain Race Week in 2020, and it was probably the coolest thing I had done. Meeting, you would never think those people are cool. They're awesome. It is a family like you've never seen. I think that's the way this event will be as well. I have a huge feeling. I know 90% of the people in here and I've talked to a lot of them. Some of them I've even helped. I make intros and outros and little graphics and stuff like that for people just for fun. And so if somebody needs something, hit me up, mydestroyer1320.com, gmail.com, sorry. I help people out. But yeah, that's actually where I met Buff. Buff took a little, he wasn't even really doing YouTube. Buff's garage, he's taking video, and I'm driving by in my car. It was like a week later, all of a sudden I get tagged on it. I'm like, who's that guy? That's me. What the?
Hey, TaylorMade Muscle Cars, the perfect place to ask a question like that. We do content creator workshops the first part of every month, and anybody can attend them. They're live on my channel, but they are specifically aimed toward folks trying to get to 500 subscribers. That's who they're aimed to, but anybody can attend. You can attend if you have 100,000 subscribers, just fine with us, but it helps people figure those little things out that they want to do to improve their videos to help them in their subscriber quest.
Yeah, and if I can add just a little tip, pick up the camera. You may think it's dumb. You may think it's pointless. Pick up the camera. Just go. Just go. You're your own worst critic. I guarantee it. But if you have 2 videos and you're wanting to get 500 subscribers, you may want to make a couple more videos.
That's a good point. So specifically, so you say pick up the camera, make your first video, do it today. If you could have a few pieces of advice, the most important pieces of advice to give a channel that say has 200 subscribers right now, and they have 89 days and change to get to 500, what would you tell them? Since you've done it, you were a no-name 500 guy at one time, just like all of us were. What advice would you give them?
First thing, be you. Always be you. Some people, sorry, the guy who makes all kinds of voices and does a bunch of goofy crap to try and entertain people. Just be you. I mean, if you watch my videos, I'm not animated like this. As well, I guess I kind of am. But my real videos, where I'm actually working on the cars and doing that type of thing, is a little bit different. Now, my golf cart videos, those are hilarious. But be you. Because if you start out with an accent or a voice, or because some people, they try to overcompensate because they're scared of the camera or what people are going to think. Remember, everyone's going to expect that from you moving forward. So if you're like, hi, everybody, how's it going? Today, we're going to do, that's what they're going to want every video. If the next video, you're like, hey, guys, we're going to play with that. You don't want people to sleep on you. My thing, first thing first, I don't care if you're not even happy. Fake a smile. Start out, what is up? How are you guys doing? Right away, you got somebody's attention. If you turn the camera on, what's that?
Throw some personality at it.
Yeah. I mean, even if you have to fake it, even if you're like, whatever, just at least excited, because no one's going to be excited about you going, I bought some Chex Mix today. People will fall asleep in your videos, and you can watch the analytics and it'll say, exactly what time people stop watching your video. And you can go to that section of your video and look at it and go, oh, that's where I had dead silence for like a minute and a half and was just walking around.
Here's something important real quick. Two Hacks Garage is 2 subscribers away from 1,000. If there is anyone here who is not subscribed to Two Hacks Garage, now's the time. If you have friends who might not be subscribed to Two Hacks Garage, now's the time. Because tonight we need to get him over, and I have a feeling we'll be seeing him pretty soon.
Yeah, well, this is where I need to pull my favor from Levi, who hit us up every show. You need to go subscribe to Two Hacks Garage if you have not.
Who's going to be his 1,000th? He's at $9.99. We are suspending this live right now until Two Hacks has 1,000 subs. We're gonna boycott our own live.
Everybody out of the pool
until Two Hacks has 1,000 subs.
Oh.
Okay, Perpetual Projects is saying plus just needs 1. All right.
That's it. We got to do the reverse psychology.
Yeah. We did that, but Two Hacks is so close. So Big Block 402 is $9.99. Thumper is just at $9.99. Oh my gosh, this is just crazy. You mean nobody has reported back that they are the 1,000th subscriber of a guy who's going to have 100,000 subs here before too long, and you don't want the honor of being his 1,000th?
Oh man!
Oh, we're gonna have to suspend this live forever. What's wrong with you people? Oh,
I'm telling you, it's such a relief when you hit that 1,000. I mean, I had worked so hard and done events, and I mean, I busted my butt to get to 1,000. My kids were crying, we're hugging in the garage. It was like a big deal because it was a goal I wanted to set and achieve. I'm telling you, it means everything. It really does. Now, don't get me wrong. When he wakes up tomorrow, it'll be at 998. And it's going to bounce over 1,000 and down and up and down and up and down for about a week.
Laura Humphreys might be 1,000. All right, let's look.
Oh, come on.
You got to have 1,000. We got to get him to 1,000. How is there? But I know it's hard because everybody here is subscribed to Two Hacks, but there's probably people who would really enjoy seeing Jeff and Larry T. Bird and all the cool stuff and the Mr. Norm Flopper body that he's got there and all that good stuff that he has. So if you're not subscribed to Two Hacks, you're missing out.
He has great content.
I know,
and
seriously.
He's a good dude.
All right. Tell you what, I'll make y'all a deal. You get Two Hacks over 1,000. We'll have him on the live tonight.
Well, it just ended because I subscribed to him from the AHRA Drag Racing History Channel.
Oh.
I pulled it out of my butt. Yeah. While everybody was chatting.
He had $9.99. That should be 1,000.
Ding, 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 ding.
I believe we've got it. Yep. There we go. All right. So, Two Hacks has got it. All right, we can resume the live now.
What's up, hey guys, how you doing?
Yep, and Travis is coming soon.
I even subscribed to Thumper, the sweaty fat guy.
Here's the thing about Barrows, Two Hacks, Travis, all of these guys. Their goal was to get to 500 subscribers on January 16th, when we announced this event to the public. Their goal was to get 500 subscribers, and now they're all racing to see who can be the first to 1,000, and it's July.
You can't stop us from racing. Racing's in our blood.
They're exceeding their goals. I think that's great. Congratulations.
Just remember, Rubbins Racing, guys. Rubbins Racing. Nah, I don't want to see that out there, but hey, just saying.
Congratulations.
Yes, huge congrats. Absolutely, man.
All right. Well, I said if we were I said if we got him to 2K, that we would have him on the show. So Jeff, let us know if you want to come in here and take a bow. You're welcome to. I always try to get the guys on when they hit their 500, but we can also celebrate 1,000 too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
jump on in.
Then we just have to see how many hours he has.
Here's a guy I want to give a shout out quick to is Punisher.
I'm sure he's got plenty of hours.
Punisher Le Mans signed up with hardly any and rocketed up to 257. He's on course to get his 500. So, yeah. RC Industry was actually the first to hit 500. I thought it was Rapid Transit, but RC Industry, he snaked by him. So he's actually the first person to get to 500 of the no-name 500.
I like that. Mostly old parts is like, victory lap, Jeff. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's Ron Ward.
All right. Look out. Look out. There goes the neighborhood.
Hey, I appreciate everyone subbing.
Hey.
Dude, where are you at?
I'm in my backyard.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. All right. Well, I thought you were going to throw something cool
I have
out
like
there.
an outdoor bar and like
He's Mr.
hangout
Miyagi.
area.
A
He's
gazebo
Mr.
just
Miyagi.
to hang out and drink by yourself in.
Oh man, it's a nice hangout. I built this. Well, there was nothing to do in 2020, so I built like this really cool hangout area.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I really appreciate everyone's support. Get me to 1,000 subs. That's
Congrats,
awesome.
brother.
Thank you.
deserve every one of them. Great
Thank
channel.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
need to go right on YouTube right now and go to the monetization button and select that and fill all that crap out because it's going to
I
take like a
know.
month before they
I know.
before they even allow it.
It's gonna be a yeah.
Jeff started with 0 in January.
Yep.
And he made one of the very first No Name Nationals videos. Got to be one of the first 10, I know. But I saw it. It was a little short. It was pointed at his car. And all he said, he mentioned the car, he mentioned the bike, and I'm going to get to 500. And he had 0. And I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, ma'am, okay. I mean, because really, he had 0 subs. And there's a lot of talk is cheap, right?
Yeah.
But then it's just I watched another and another, and like he just took off. I'm like, yeah, this dude's got it.
I was reading some comments and there was like someone asked about advice on Destroyer and like videos, and he said pick up a camera. That's 100% true. And if you do a solid day's worth of work, you can actually get 4 or 5 days worth of content out of that.
Oh, easy.
And that's what I
Close
do
to
is
it.
like I was hitting it hard today. This weekend I won't. But the whole thing is like I try to do a video every day with a short. If you get a good short with a catchy title, people see that and then they go to your channel, and if they like it, they'll subscribe.
Here's a video that Buzz is highlighting. I just built this from a shipping pallet.
Oh,
Oh no!
No, I'm back. Someone was trying to call me.
Oh,
So-
okay. I thought it was a lightning strike ending your life.
No, it's about ready to cut loose out here, but it's all right.
All right.
that's all right.
By the
Don't you
way,
have a roof on that thing?
I do. It just might get noisy.
Oh,
and
geez,
as
yeah.
I've said, we're introducing you guys. Over the next few weeks, we have some YouTubers who are going to be in the announce booth, and another is Jeff from Two Hacks Garage.
Yep.
He was probably the first person on the top of my mind when I thought, what YouTube? Actually, I'll tell you the truth. Last year when I was thinking of this, the first YouTuber that popped on my mind was Jabo from Bad Tree Productions. Jabo he's unintentionally hilarious, and he's an old school hot rodder, and I think he brings a lot to it. And if you think of Jabo from what you see on Bad Tree, what you need to do is listen to his commentary, close your eyes and listen. So don't watch a screen, just close your eyes and listen to what he's saying. You'll hear what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But then Jeff, because see, I had seen Jeff in the comments, as a moderator for Uncle Tony's Garage for a long time. And then when he started making content, we got more familiar with him. And he's exceptional. So, he was top of my list, right there. So I've had a short list I've been mulling around for a while. And not one of them have I asked that didn't just say, yeah, man, I'm all about it and excited about it. So we've got some great YouTube talent that's going to be in the announce booth that's going to really add to this event. And I'm thrilled that Destroyer 1320 Eric and Jeff from Two Hacks Garage are 2 of them. And they will be complimenting Ron Ward. So
We are
It's definitely
we are
gonna be a
fellow
blast.
fellow Midwest gentleman, by the way.
So Destroyer, like I do a lot of voices too, and I usually get in trouble at work because I also work for a big company, and I get in trouble. And one of them's Harry Carey, and I started doing a Harry Carey thing in a meeting, and someone caught on to it, and they were just not thrilled with it. But yeah,
Why?
So now, is your Harry Carey the original, or is it the Will Ferrell version?
it's a little
Because
bit of
there's two-
both. It depends. If
That's
somebody's
me
eating
too.
if somebody's eating at a restaurant like ribs, I pull that one out. Yeah,
Right.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Hey, if the world was made of spare ribs,
yeah, and you got to shake your head. You know,
would you eat it?
that?
You got to look
Yeah.
like you got the mad cow disease going to.
Yeah, yeah, your head's got to shake with it, and yeah,
But
they
I-
weren't too thrilled.
They're
I
really
think hot dogs
good.
should be currency.
One
Yeah,
of them's just a sober Harry Carey, the other one's a drunken Harry Carey, right?
well,
Which was
yeah.
like about like what the seventh inning stretch anyway. So
Right.
I don't. If you've ever seen a Cubs game live, I was a kid. I got to see him a few times, and everyone's like, "What's that net that you used to have?" They used to say because like falling debris. No, it's because they thought he was going to fall out of that booth.
Yeah.
100% true.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, he was always the seventh inning stretch guy where he'd sing to take me out to the ball game, but he'd
Yeah.
usually be so ripped that it's like half the lyrics were slurred, you know. And my grandparents used to take me every year because my birthday falls always the same week as opening season, right? Like or the opening week of the season. We'd go up there. Oh man, Chicago in early April is you could either have
Cold.
9,000 degrees or freezing
Freezing.
sideways snow,
Yep.
right? And but it was something I look forward to every year.
See, he started off announcing at the Cardinals, went up to the White Sox, and that's where he started doing the seventh inning stretch.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then, but nobody knows him for that. It's always the Cubs. I mean, he made it just epic, for the Cubs.
You know, if you, so I try to read a half hour of completely weird, unrelated to car stuff every single night. Okay.
Me
And-
too.
right. And so the thing about that is one night I was reading about Harry Carey. That's an interesting read. Read what happened to him with the Cardinals.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good story,
Yes.
right? It's a good
It
story.
is.
You want
It
to talk
is.
about some politics with a rich family? There you go. That's a good story.
Yeah, is it Augie Bush didn't
Yeah.
quite like him for some behind the
Well,
scenes
yeah.
action.
Yeah, you have to read about that.
Yeah.
But
oh, we got hit again.
it is not John's weird hour. I'll let one of our axes get that one. John's weird. I don't have a weird. The weird hour, by the way, is coming up next. So
What? It could get weirder. We got two hacks, Jeff and
No,
Eric
no,
here from
the weird-
Store
Yeah.
1320.
the
I
weird.
can crank it up.
He can, because I didn't know who he was for the longest time, so I started watching the meme show.
Yes.
And you're like, holy cow, that's freaking hilarious.
So speaking of
Appreciate it.
the weird hour, Dust Devil Garage Brian is on after this. He does the late shift. It's put the kids to bed. This one's family friendly. His not so much, but it's a fun time. And he's going to have Austin from Daddy's Money Garage on there tonight, I believe. So he'll be on after
That'll
us.
be fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, when John called me about the announcer thing, I was ecstatic because, like, I'm really big into vintage drag racing. And started talking to him about, like the Jan Gabriel, how the Sunday thing came out. You had Steve Evans, and he had that big series called Be There, Berserko Bob, like all those guys. And just like baseball announcers back in the day, they really made the sport,
Oh, yeah,
and,
for sure.
and now
And
it's
what's
like you
funny
hear
is-
just nothing but metrics, and it's like, oh, 1.2
Well,
foot,
and that's
you
just
know.
where it's at today. But if you look right
Yeah.
now, what's happening? Okay, in my opinion, Brian Lowens kind of came out of nowhere from the internet from Bang Shift into being
Yeah.
in the booth, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, he used to do announcing at Englishtown, and I think it's coming out of this community now where people have interest in doing this and want to bring it back to its glory days, right?
Yes.
And that's how we're doing it.
Yeah, and
they
you
have
know,
to bring some personality to it because there's so many
Exactly.
stale people. You're like, dude, come on.
I know, and it's like if you're talking, it's like, yeah, it's a cool car, but you want to hear more about the person and the stuff behind the scenes, that's what you kind of want to hear.
Yeah, like Harry.
Yes.
Would you eat the moon if it was made of cheese?
Andres Gallagher, and he would just butcher every freaking name,
Sammy Sosa's up the back.
But that was the best part, it's like, oh, here comes a guy that he's just gonna, absolutely butcher that name, and he would. And the crowd knew who they were talking about, and nobody cared. But it's great watching that.
Yeah, that's the fun I like to bring.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to pause for the cause because I'm about full. So I'll let this take center stage for a second, and I'll be back because
Go
I
ahead.
got to empty and refill.
Okay.
Time out.
All right, so we're going to the weird hour now, right? Since he's gone.
We're not in the weird hour.
No.
Oh,
Not just yet. Hang on just a second here.
hey, well, congratulations, Two Hacks, Jeff.
I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep on making content and having a good time with it. Got a lot of work done on the car today. Still have a lot more work to do, and it's just
Well, I did source something for us. We have something in the works, you and I. It's like 2 letters, EZ. And
Okay.
then ends with some numbers, right?
Yeah.
And I sourced us a DZ,
Nice. Oh, perfect.
a real one.
No kidding. Where'd you
Yeah.
locate that at?
I found it, but I'm thinking that we might be able to get some dyno time out of it and then compare.
See, that'll be great. That'll be
I think
great.
so.
That'll be really awesome. And
So you're still down for that, right?
I'm absolutely down for that.
Okay.
I'm that's kind of one of my winter projects, and one other project I have going on is not going to start till spring, but Jimmy and I are going to most likely do a front engine dragster. So
Oh, sweet.
yeah,
Tell us about the Mr. Miyagi backyard you've got going on, because we don't normally see that when you're live.
I'm usually in the garage. It's basically, well, let me see if I can get a better view of it. It's just
It's an open air bar, like you find.
it's like a bar, and it's like I built that in March of 2020. It's got like TV's not out here, but it's got like surround sound and my firewood wall that goes around it. Made a pub table out of an old wine barrel and seating all around it.
How long have you been building all that over?
I did that in 3 months.
Well, you were hustling.
I was hustling. And yeah. The weird part about it was I wasn't going to do anything with this area back here, and then COVID hit and had nothing to do. And this was an area, because I have a lot of shade where I live, backs up to the woods, couldn't grow grass. So this guy had dumped like 7 tons of washed millings, and I'm like, I know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to start building stuff. And lumber was still dirt cheap, so I just went crazy for 3 months and just built it.
Yeah, you're like me. You can't sit still.
Yeah, you
I
got
always
to
have to be doing something.
Yeah, so I built that, and every year I've done a little bit more to it. But I put a Wi-Fi extender out in the garage, so I have Wi-Fi out here, and with a smart TV and surround sound, it's actually pretty nice. It's
Well,
quiet.
I'll let you on a secret. While I was in the Navy, my favorite bar in all of the world is this place called Uncle Bob's. It used to be in Guam, like right outside the Navy base, probably like a mile and a half, 2 miles out of the Navy base. But it was an open air bar like that. And I mean, I must have dropped 50 paychecks in that place.
Yeah.
Just seeing if I could sauce up my liver good. But I loved Uncle Bob's because of the open air atmosphere. And it's like, it always had a breeze.
Yeah.
It was always about 10 degrees cooler than it was outside. And they had cold beer and live music. And it's like, that's all you really needed. I mean, people today have no idea how awesome it is to have a bar with airflow.
Yeah, and some of my bar stools got robbed by a neighbor to borrow them. But got a bar here. Usually the TV's like, you can see the mountain up in there. And then I've got another open air bar over here, and yeah.
Hey guys, Buzz wants to jump in. Let's welcome him.
Brother Menz, how might we be doing tonight there?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh man, to steal something from Big Mike's, man. If I was doing any better, I'd be twins, man.
Is that George Washington in the right-hand corner?
I'm asking who's going to be judging the burnout competition.
I don't know, a Destroyer 1320, but man, it's a treat to have you aboard as the burnout sponsor, brother, man. I've been in there as just a chatter. That was a cheddar, man. Man, I was thrilled to death to see that happen, man. Welcome aboard, and man, it's going to be a good time.
We are getting all the right people involved in this.
Yeah.
Buzz, by the way, you've got an echo. You may need your headset.
Just turn your volume
Roger
down
that.
just a little. There you go.
It's happening now.
There we
I
go.
missed my chance. I could have hung out with you, Jeff. I was in Illinois, but I was doing other stuff.
What parts of Illinois?
I was in Byron, over by the drag strip in Byron.
Oh, you had a problem. I'm about an hour and a half from there. So yeah, I'm an hour and a half south. So are you from Illinois? Or are you from?
Originally from Winnebago, Illinois.
Oh yeah, 3951. Like I'm literally a mile and a half off 5139, just south of Bloomington. So.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, we actually drove down to Lake of the Ozarks. So
Yeah.
I went right past.
You went
Lake
right
of
past
the
me.
Ozarks is a really good time.
I think if you're from the Midwest and if you haven't been to the Lake of the Ozarks, there's only one or two reasons, and I'm not going to mention them on here. But
Good
yeah,
man.
I mean everybody has gone to the Lake of the Ozarks, and a friend of mine, he's really big into like bass fishing, you know, and he called me up one day. This is kind of a funny story. He's like, this is probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. He's like, hey, I bought this bass boat. We got to go down there for 2 reasons: pick up a boat and go get some pecan pie. And I'm like, pecan pie? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right. So we go to this place, get the boat, and we went to this pecan pie place. Unreal. But on the way back, we stop at this fishing store, right? And it was like this big, huge outdoor fishing store, and the guy had a real live gator in there. I think it was called Gators. And I was trying to buy this gator from him. And I'm trying to convince my friend, you know, because it does masonry. I'm like, no, I'll buy this gator. I'll hold it down. We'll tape its mouth shut. We'll take it home. We'll build this enclosure for it. And he's like having no part of it, right? So the guy lets me in this cage with like this 4-foot gator, and its mouth is open like that. And he's like, if you can go up there and like get close to it without snapping at you, he's like, you know, he probably wouldn't mind you. And I went up there and patted it. It didn't do nothing. I smacked it right on the beak, and that thing got really mad. So I'm no longer allowed to go to the Ozarks with my friend Mike, just because of that. Because every time we
Yeah,
go
I
there, we
spent
stop.
like 8 years in Florida, man. You don't fuck with gators, brother.
No, I did. I did. I did. I wanted that gator.
You know, it's
I don't even think you have to go to Florida to learn that lesson, right? Like
no, but that's where I learned mine, man.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's still litigation, possibly.
There's still litigation.
So, Buzz, what's new in your world?
Man, shaking sticks and, you know, knocking down trees and, you know, just hoping these clowns keep at bay. Some of the things I've seen out there in the world these days, it's just unbelievable to me. But what's happening here in the No Name Nationals, man, it's what needs to be happening. Man, I'm singing this song. I'm dancing this dance, man. I gave up my project budget for the fuel fund. I don't want to sing any song or dance any dances, but man, those are you that are out there that need some help. The help's there, brothers. You know, those that don't need it, don't bother asking for it. But we want to see you guys at the No Name Nationals. This first one, there's been some other songs sung about making it to the first one, and man, I can't sing that song any louder. This is the event. Come on, get with it. If you're feeling unsure, reach out to Big Mike at Big Mike Toot Barn, and let's rock and roll. Destroyer 1320, though, man, I cannot say how pleased I am to see you sponsoring that burnout contest, brother. That's awesome. Absolutely
Appreciate that.
awesome.
That's going to
Great
be
to have,
epic.
great to have you on board. Love
Thank you.
love what you're doing. Love having you on board. Fantastic stuff.
I told Eric, and this is exactly the conversation we had. I said, you know what? When somebody reaches out to us with sponsorship, if they don't get this event right away, and they're like, oh man, I get it, and just like that, they're not right for it.
No,
Anybody who
exactly.
just doesn't get it and you have to try to explain it, it's like, well, what is that? What is that all about? Why would you do that? If that's even the way it goes, like, no, they're not right for it.
Well,
And-
and to keep it
Lados.
100%
Buzz
fair,
got it immediately. Dallas got it immediately. Eric got it immediately. I mean, it just seems like there's no middle ground either. It's like nobody says, you know what, it took me a while, but I figured that event out. No, these guys in the comments are all just instant.
well,
Yeah.
and to be 100% fair, John, remember at the very beginning of this whole shebang, we actually got beat up by some big corporate entities, right? And
Yeah.
we would pitch it to their head honchos, like their CEOs, right?
Yeah.
And they would look at us like we had two heads. That's the most stupid thing I ever heard.
3 shades of purple, man.
Oh, right.
I
This
feel
makes
you.
no sense. Why would we even do that? That's dumb. Well, okay, fair enough.
But the thing is, though, some of those people who didn't get it back in January, now they're like, well, I still don't get it. But man, if they weren't right about something, because there's
I know it.
3,000 videos and it's blowing up the internet and searches now.
Well, and we told them like, hey, man, when we release this, there's going to be a lot of them on board. You might not want to let this train pass. Oh yeah, it's all right. We'll catch the next one. Okay, well then the next one's not going to be like this one. So-
Yeah.
No, I tell you what, it has really served us well just wanting to align with the right people. And we have definitely done that. And we're thrilled to have Buzz aboard and have Eric aboard. And, that's to me is that's the right call. You get with the right people and the rest, the right philosophy, and that's how it works.
And
It's going to
how?
be a fun time. It's going to be a really fun time.
If you don't have fun, it's your own damn fault.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
sure.
You got
wiser words are seldom said.
236 subscribers for Unfinished Project. Hey, you know what? You guys should check out his channel. He needs another 264 to go to the No Name Nationals as a participant. But you should go to his channel and tell him if you want to see him on camera in the comments, because he loves to be on camera, and he would just love it if you come tell him how much you want to see him on camera in his comments, and tell him to come on live.
First small bit of advice, and this is true. Please take this as nicely as possible. Put the front end of your car or something as your logo, because right now I think you're a bee farmer.
Yes, it looks like exactly right. Although
Just a tip of
I enjoy
something.
his channel. I
Oh,
see
yeah.
him doing his thing. I would love to see him get on camera. He's obviously a really smart guy, just very camera shy. I'd love to have him on live sometime.
I want to see him at the No Name Nationals, so go out there and subscribe to Unfinished Project so he can finish that project and go race. Possibly
Yes.
get into Destroyer 1320's burnout box and show it how it's done.
Man, that would
Here's the-
really be
Here's
something.
the irony behind that, though. You wouldn't be able to pick the dude out of the crowd because you don't even know what he looks like.
It's probably some famous guy. We just don't know it. It's Mel Gibson. That's who. It's Mel Gibson.
It'd be
Movie
Mel Gibson.
star.
I was actually thinking like Elon Musk or something.
It's
right?
Elon Musk. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
my goodness!
two times he's appeared backstage and then dove out. So maybe the third time's the charm. But we all really like him. I mean, everybody enjoys his stuff. I think it's kind of funny. The Unfinished Project is the 500 subscriber threshold. And when he finishes that project is when he'll become more gregarious. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself. I hope so.
Think good thoughts, brother mans. Think good thoughts.
So John, is it okay?
Never the
Darts.
wrong answer.
Always the right answer.
Yeah.
So John, is it okay if I divulge the theme of the burnout competition? I sent you a little thing that I goofed around and made up.
Oh, yeah, I
Get
mean-
it on, man. Get it on.
We got. Yeah, he said he's spitballing some ideas, so you can show him kind of what you're thinking.
I just you want me to pull it up? I can share it if you like.
You know what? The only thing that happens when I can make your screen full size. Put it to your camera, and I'll put you in solo layout.
Hold on here. Oh, when you share it goes bad. I'll just say what it is, and then we'll let the rest come out after that.
You want me to show what you sent me?
I don't have it on my phone.
That's what I'll do. Hang on a second. Do that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So this is my theme for it.
This is a draft idea here. Check this out.
I like
So
that.
it's a cigarette carton that says "Smoke 'em if you got 'em." The top is No Name Nationals. It's a "Smoke 'em if you got 'em" burnout competition sponsored by Destroyer1320.com.
That's sweet.
Hey, man, nobody ever got sick smoking tires, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Smoke 'em
Bring
if
what
you
you
got 'em.
got. Bring an extra set. Bring two extra. Bring 3 extra sets for Christ's
You know-
sake.
Yeah, you got to take it to Australian level though on the burn.
Oh, man, those Aussies are burnout magicians.
Holy
Yeah,
They
no
don't play.
doubt.
The good news is if you break something in the burnout competition, just remember you got all night to fix it, and you got 3 or 4 or 500 of your best friends right there to help. So
I'll tell you how to not break stuff in the burnout competition. You break stuff by the car hooking up during the burnout competition. Feed it the nitrous oxide, and you won't have a problem.
Unless you have high compression and you're not set. If your ring gap is wrong, don't put nitrous on it.
Okay, if you have a stock car, don't feed it all the nitrous.
Yeah.
They won't be happy.
There'll be all kinds of opportunities to blow stuff up.
I tell you what, Patrick from Mostly Old Parts and Rust, that guy, he can break anything, but that guy does some epic burnouts. That's the guy you
come
want to. That's the guy you want to see build a specifically built car for a burnout.
Come on, go hit the pick apart and grab the old windshield washer pump and set it in your trunk and fill it full of bleach and get it to squirt in your tires. Come on, guys, get creative now.
That was a
Yep.
factory option on a Camaro.
You guys,
It was. I've posted that. Yeah, the ice defreezer.
you guys who are thinking about participating in the Destroyer 1320 burnout competition, why don't you post in there and say, hey, I'm planning on coming out there and roasting a set of tires into the next century. Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, who's excited about it? Are you guys
So-
excited for a burnout?
I'm
competition or
excited
not?
about it. Damn it! I'm excited about it.
These
What
are
somebody
YouTubers.
needs to start doing is like letting the guys on the International Space Station know way in advance, just like bomb their Facebook, bomb their Twitter, give them a date, coordinates, everything, and so they can try to zoom in on it.
No,
That's
see,
what I'm talking about,
No,
Jeff.
you-
That's
you
what
know-
I'm talking about.
No, this is not a forest fire. This is a bunch of people having fun in Sykeston, Missouri. This is the most epic burnout contest ever.
You got to tell them so that half a radial doesn't come up there and interfere with their craft.
Exactly.
Somebody's
I'm
gonna-
ready.
Right there. Right there.
Let it
There you
roll.
go.
Let's go.
Perpetual
exactly what you
Project
need.
says it sounds fun. Got to find some tires. Raker says it sounds really good. Well, you know what? It'll sound good to you guys. Here's the thing: you wanna get in on this. Make some videos. So
Yeah.
you've already declared that you're participating in the No Name Nationals, right? Make another video saying, "Hey, I'm also going to be in the Destroyer 1320 burnout competition."
Yep.
Get it
If
on.
Burnout.
If Dutch Guy Garage tries to tell me no, I got a problem.
Oh, he did a good driveway burnout.
He did an epic driveway burnout. Like,
Yeah.
it was really good.
Yeah.
I think I see Big Block 402 is just telling us he's calling his shots. So are you telling us you're going to win it right now? 'Cause there's gonna be
That's
some guys
awesome.
giving you run for your money.
That's literally pulling the Babe Ruth right there before
That's
you show
it.
up and hammer.
It is. It is. There's
Yeah.
a lot of
Shop 209. Let me tell you what you missed, John. What you missed is that we have brought on a sponsor for the burnout competition so that you can bring a Nova and try to win it. That's what you missed. So Eric,
Yep.
Destroyer 1320, he is the new sponsor of the No Name Nationals inaugural Destroyer 1320 burnout competition. And I
Right on,
hope
brother.
to see a ratty Nova in there launch a radial into space in our Australian style burnout pit. I think you'd have a good shot at that. And I think he likes the idea.
Oh,
Oh, you know.
I'm racing shop 209 too, so that'd be great. So his tires are nice and trash when I whole shop.
Right.
That's just a little jab. That's a little jab. He's got a really another good channel. He just went out to Rocky Mountain Race Week, so he's got a video on that. But yeah.
Check this out. I will at least have a manual bead breaker and some spoons so we can change tires in the pits, but there's a chance I'll have a coats machine in the pits
Ooh.
too. So we will probably have an opportunity. We'll probably have a machine there for changing tires. The NSB guys will probably bring one. But we'll see what we can do. We'll help you guys if you need that service while we're there. Also, you guys who are planning on spraying and nitrous, we kind of need to know about how much nitrous to bring to do on-site refills.
Yeah.
Hey, John,
I
does it
actually
make
have the on-site
does it make
refills figured
sense
out.
to do a survey on your channel on the community tab asking how many
Yeah.
people need nitrous?
Perhaps, yep, perhaps. We're kind of getting to that point because some people don't yet know, but I think at 90 days out, if you don't know by now, you're in trouble.
I think those that know that haven't figured it out yet, pop a survey out there
Yeah.
and ask them. What
Yeah.
are you expecting?
Yeah.
Actually, and two, under comments of this video, if you're spraying, if you want on-site nitrous refills, let us know. We can arrange it, but we need some.
Actually, it's already
some help.
arranged. It's already arranged. I just need a number of bottles.
That's it. We just need to know how much to bring.
All
And
of them.
Guys who say all of it, yeah, that's it.
All right. If we bring all of them, entry fees just went up to $10,000 a person.
That's
Sorry.
it.
See, like Dust Devil. Yep. Bring them all.
Dust
Bring
Devil,
'em all.
Dust Devil wants a bottle that's at about 5,000 psi and a line that's about 1,500 feet long. Don't ask
What's-
why.
What's it look like an Atlas rocket?
Right.
If I was driving from Arizona, I am going with Brian, the owner of Project Nitrous, so we could bring some other bottles, no problem. But I'm not driving, so they wouldn't let me carry that on, I don't think.
They hate it when you bring pressurized containers on an airplane.
Who knew? You know? Who
I-
knew?
I mean,
So DRC is saying 2 refill tanks should be enough.
That's only 8 bottles
I was
per
gonna
tank,
say,
so that'd be
tell us-
16 bottles.
Tell us.
I have a. There's gonna be a lot of guys just shooting the moon with the nitrous. It's gonna be crazy.
we want to have this for you guys. Tell us how much you need, and this will be a reasonable market price. We're gonna make sure that it's reasonable, even though it's a third party. We're gonna make sure that it's not somebody scalping nitrous. So we got it arranged.
Right on.
You know what you
So
need.
you need to do a commercial, John, like that guy on TV, that the infomercials where it's just like, one nitrous refill, but wait, there's more, for shipping and handling, 2 bottles of nitrous, just to get everyone engaged, just to see what you need.
And some flex tape.
And some Flex and some Flex Seal.
So
Slap Chop and Grady.
for whoever does the best job of melting a piston at the event, it can go up on the wall back here as a trophy. So.
If you can find it, if it shoots through the hood.
Right. Well, actually, it's funny you say that because this one of Andy's, we never did find the big end of the rod. It disappeared. That's how bad that one blew. Do you guys have any questions for Eric while we got him on tonight? Got any questions for Jeff or Buzz or Dallas or I?
What you got, man? Spit it out. Spit it out.
Now's the chance. While these guys are thinking of things they had say, oh yeah, I wanted to ask these guys this or that. Let's mention, if you guys are just now coming into the live, the No Name Nationals now has a fuel relief fund. There is a 2-minute video on my channel, aptly titled Fuel Relief Fund, commercial free. It has exactly what you need to know. And the chair of the committee that will discreetly oversee the dispersal with no strings attached is Big Mike's Hoopty Barn. Mike is chairing that committee. Got a couple of 3 people on there, I believe. And they are going to help evaluate needs and get that in the hands of people who need it most so that we can get everybody to this event, because everybody brings some value to this event. We all bring some, and together we bring all the value of the event.
And
So we need everybody to get there.
Don't be bashful. There's no strings attached. This is intended to get those that are, there's a lot of guys that are out there that are, they're already making dough, with their videos. This is intended for those guys that are hurting and thinking to themselves,
right?
and thinking to themselves, man, there's no way I can do this. Those guys, reach out to Big Mike. He's a wise dude. We can help you. Come on. And if we need to step it up, we'll step it up, brothers.
Well, just remember the whole point of this is because we want to see everybody make it there, and everybody's in a different situation with distance. Everybody's in a different situation with fuel, what we're bringing economically. Everybody's got all kinds of different things going on, and we want to see everybody make it.
Yep.
So
Amen, brother.
that's the whole
And,
point. That's the whole point.
that's the deal.
If you're in such a position in life that you say, I'm perfectly cool, I don't need any relief fund, but I'd like to contribute. If you can do that, if you want to do that, we're not pushing anybody to do it, but there is also a PayPal donation link there. And I just said, you know what? If the community can match Buzz, that would be incredible. So the link is there if you want to do that. But most importantly, if you need the help, if you need that fuel relief, please reach out, email Mike. His email is in the video.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yes, fuel can get expensive, but we're going to stick together and we're all going to make it.
The one
Amen.
question I have to ask is this: has anybody ever seen a fuel relief fund at any other event?
Never.
You'll
No.
never see this shit anywhere, anytime, any place. Unheard of. Unheard
Yeah,
of.
that's what
Unheard
I was
of.
just-
That's what the No Name Nationals is. That's what this community is.
By the way, Colleen, nobody has bowed out. Nobody. Chris of Talking Mopars may not bring his car, probably won't bring his car, still may bring his car, but he'll still be there. Nobody has dropped out over this at all. We're proactively offering a fuel relief fund because, like all of you guys, we fill up at the same prices all of you do, and this is to make sure that everybody can make it there who may need a little help.
And
Hey,
you know,
Colleen, that's what's so magnificent about this community is, Ruben did offer up his his car to have Chris drive it at
Yeah.
the event.
Yeah.
Chris did not bail out. He bailed out from bringing his car across the country, which arguably is seriously long haul and
the
seriously
distance.
expensive. But hey, he's not without a ride at the event, and that is the kind of stuff that makes this community what it is.
And don't
Yep.
Chris Albrecht is still coming to the event. Talking Mopars.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes, he
He's
is.
there, and I can spill the beans. Chris is going to be in the booth too. So if you
And I think he set the bar too, because he can't bring his car because of what's going on, but he's still coming. So guys that, let's say, explode an engine testing, I guarantee now they're still going to be coming just to watch and have
come to the
fun.
event. If
Yeah.
you guys enjoy listening to Talking Mopars podcast, let's say you listen to it on your drive at work, how would you like to hear him in the booth calling this stuff? He's the real deal. And that's another thing too. All of our announcers, all of them, they're all real car people. Okay, they're not just like media people who were calling bowling last week and today they're calling cars. They're all car people and they're all content creators with 500 subscribers or more. So all of them are in the same boat you are.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Chris
Yeah.
had to come from such a long ways away. It made more sense for him to fly and then try to rent or find or dig up or build something or buy it at an auction and just show up.
All he's got to do is find a car that's not equipped with one of Destroyer 1320's security devices, and he's there.
Hey,
I mean, who knew? Just hey,
Eric,
be like, hey, Eric, is this car one of yours? Nope, thank you. And he's there. He's racing. Anything he wants.
where's that hole that hole you got to dig into and pull the little red strap?
right next to the shifter.
Yeah,
And
it's
he's got
not on your list.
Watch
It's
watch
your coin
that video. Watch that video. It's amazing. It's amazing how quick and easy it is to get these cars into neutral. I watched it. I was shocked. Crazy. Great.
Absolutely.
More importantly,
I'm
he loves
seeing-
burnouts.
Yes.
Oh,
we
favorite
all
thing in
love
life.
burnouts, but Eric's got the personality that just makes you want to do a burnout.
I will stoke the fire. I'll just tell you that.
Yeah, we have no doubt. Perpetual Projects saw $4.09 today. I've noticed gas is actually lower this week than last week. This could actually wind up between this and the fuel relief fund. This could really wind up working out great.
Yeah, we were talking about that today, John. Is like,
Yeah.
as fast as gas went up, it could just it may just go down since this. You got to remember, this is a midterm election year, and gas usually is fairly cheap around midterm elections.
Every time there always
So-
drops a little right before.
Yeah, and we're right there at the end of September, early October. Right,
Now,
so people are already thinking about what they're not going to reelect.
Now I do got
Yeah.
$100. I got $100 on Bad Tree Productions Beer Fund. I got $100 for you, bud.
All right, y'all work that out. I have no doubt there will be no shortage of good time in the pits.
I'm
That's
betting.
not-
I'm betting nothing on Bad Tree Productions, but I'll have plenty of beer for them.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so
Okay,
fun.
this is a good question from Perpetual Projects. If we get to 500, but it fluctuates back down, are we not qualified again? No. When you get 500,
No.
when 500 appears on your screen, I take a screenshot, I post it, and you're in. So if you were to
Done
manage,
deal.
if you manage to make 480 people so mad as to unsubscribe, I'm going to give you a high five when you get there because I've never seen that before. So no, 500 and you're in.
We've
Yep.
had participants get close.
Oh yeah, Barrow's Garage. He was floating right below 500 for the longest time, up and down and up and down. He finally crossed it, and you can too. You can get to 500. It'll happen, and once
So-
you got it, you got it.
One quick little tip for someone: if you hit 500 and you're on your computer like I am here, an easy way to capture that: hit the Windows button, hit Shift, and then hit S, and it'll let you take a screenshot of your computer, and you can paste that into a Word document or Paint or anything, and you can save it. If anybody had to question, because I know some people are like, I take a picture of my phone, I guess. It's an idea.
Yeah,
Dizzy
there's
Izzy,
a
I'm
print
glad,
screen button as well.
Mhm.
Yes, print screen as well.
Dizzy Izzy, I'm glad you just got here. And for those of you just wondering in, the new sponsor is Destroyer 1320, Eric. And we could not think of a better, more appropriate person to sponsor
Woohoo!
edition of the No
I'll be
Name
right back. I'll be right back, John. Dog
we should
duty.
it should be called like the Tire Destroyer 1320, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll put out a poll on what it is. Right now, it's smoke him if you got him is my thought, but we could, dude. I want to put it out. I want everybody to help in this. This is not just me. This is
Smoke 'em
really
if you got
just
'em
want-
works.
I want everybody to have a good time. So I want everybody to be part of this. This isn't just me. This is me just going, you know what? I want to be part of this, and I want to help out everybody to have a good time. So sponsoring this for me, yes, okay, it will help promote Destroyer1320.com, which is funny because Bad Tree Productions like, oh, that's Destroyer1320. I said, you're close, but you forgot the .com.
By the
He was
way,
like, what?
Big Block 402, you do have to have 500 at one time, but you only have to have 500 at one time. So when you get it, screenshot it at least. And I generally do it, but don't take that chance. When you get 500, screenshot it yourself. And for any of you guys who get close, you get it to about 475 or more, let me know. We'll do a sub drive and get it together. That's always a lot of fun. Bubba Ayers just hit 500 yesterday. And so Bubba was the 23rd channel to take the checkered flag in the Roadkill Customs No Name 500. 23 have made it. That goes to prove the rest of you guys definitely can too.
Well, there's like 3 people in the No Name 1000, right?
Oh, there's 3. Yeah, so Bear Rose is crest of the 1,000. 2 Hacks crest of the 1,000 tonight. Who am I missing? Frankenstein C20 got to 1,600, but he has withdrawn for health reasons. I guess that's okay to say. But there are several channels, and Sam from White Trash Motorsports, he's gotten well over 1,000. So there are several channels that have gotten
Oh,
over
Sam's
1,000.
been kicking ass and taking names.
Sam's doing great.
That car's rowdy fast too.
Oh, I'm looking forward to meeting that guy. Yeah.
I'm telling you, everyone wants to be a part of this. You may not realize it. Trust me, you're going to want to be a part of this. It's
Yes.
going to be epic. It's going to be something where we're going to have big people going, what'd they do? There's a
Yeah.
bunch of
Yeah.
no-name, well, as it says, bunch of no-name guys.
That's right.
It's kind of like
on
those.
A
Yeah.
killer event.
It's like those
Same.
Sandlot kids.
Keep singing that song and dancing that dance, brothers. All of you. Man, share it as often as you can. Man, this is the one. This is the one.
Oh,
this,
yeah.
this is the opposite of the big corporate event, where the sponsorship is what tells the event what to do. This is the opposite of that. Okay, this is the community. This is our own having an event for our own. So
Yeah.
it's our people making an event for us, and so that way it doesn't lose touch. And we've all seen sanctioning bodies do that. They get so far away from their own community, they become unrecognizable. That's what's not happening here and not going to happen here.
Yep.
You need to highlight Mopar Den's comment. 100,000% true.
Mopar Dan says, "This is your field of dreams moment." Yeah.
If you build
Amen,
it,
amen, brother.
That's
they'll
true.
show up and do
that's,
burnout.
that's the reason I gave up my project budget to start the fuel fund, because it wasn't practical for me, and I just couldn't see everybody else thinking to themselves, "Hey, man, I can't do this."
That's unselfishness right there.
Yeah.
Very.
Right.
Mopar Dan, I'm singing your song and I'm dancing your dance, brother.
Yep.
I kept one, and it sits on my desktop on my computer from like maybe the first live we did, John. I don't even remember when it was, to be honest with you. It was a comment from a guy named Craig Chitto. He says, well, I'm not going to say the name, but MT is so screwed. You guys have built a better network in your spare time than they did for millions.
Ah!
You
Ah!
know, the shoe fits.
It's the real deal, baby.
So if you want to look at it from a TV perspective, CNN Plus drew 10,000 viewers, $300 million expenditure. John Wilburn and his buddies, an idea, probably a couple beers, $20. And look how many thousands of views on it are on a day. You know,
It's just magic.
it's magic. Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be. Barrows is exactly right. Don't be that guy that decided, I'll pass, I'll just go to the next one, because we need everybody at this one to make sure there's a next one. And if
Yep.
Amen,
everybody
brother.
turns out, if everybody turns out for this one, the next one will exceed all of our imaginations. That's how it works.
Amen, brother.
You don't want the what if, you know.
No, don't have that. Don't have that. This is the one to throw in behind.
Yep.
Because another thing too is just the way life works. The way life works, as many people as will be at this, it is not statistically possible that all of us will be alive at the next one. There will be more people there next year who weren't at this one, but
Yep.
there's also the inevitability that there will be a few people for whatever reason aren't at the next one that were at this one, and probably involuntarily. That's just how life works. We might have a healthy participant get hit by the bus in the off season. We don't want to say, you know what, I should have gone to that one. And we don't be that guy. Come to this one. This is the one to get behind. This is the definitive event. Don't be the guy that says, I'm going to Woodstock in 1970. Don't be that guy.
Even if you're like watching this live and you don't have a car, go to it. Have
Go
fun.
to it. Yes.
You know, like I honestly, you know, I like drag racing. I like hot rods, I like muscle cars. I mean, but if you think about it, you're on a strip for, I'm going to be whatever time that is. It's going to be less time than Shop 209 on that strip. There's a little jab again. But the time, I just got to give him a bunch of crap. But the time you're going to spend with everybody you've been talking to on these lives, meeting, texting, talking back and forth with, that's going to be epic. And that's where you're going to see the community really just explode even after that. Getting to meet all these people, you know.
Well, that's the thing for me is as you said, I don't care if you're yes, I want to meet every YouTuber I can, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of people
John,
that,
go back to that
hook up.
previous comment. That was from Shotcat. That was
I want to meet everybody who watches. Like that is so cool to me. And as I say all the time, if there's any kid there who gets a kick out of this, that is, we all did our job, because without kids enjoying this and getting the bug of cars and burnouts and all that stuff, we won't have this to do in the future. And if we do, it'll sound like a golf cart, and I don't want that.
I don't want that either.
Yeah, Shopcat, I am so singing your song and dancing your dance. Man, that's the real deal right there.
today Shopcat actually put something like that on my new video I dropped this afternoon, right? And it got me thinking, like, you know what? The YouTube automotive content creator community is the only one that can really do this, right? Because you're building something on YouTube, and when it's all said and done, you still have an object that you can use, right? Let's say you're Mr. Beast. When Mr. Beast is done with his video, he doesn't have crap to use, right? He's got nothing. You can't go to the track and run nothing. You know, it just doesn't work for the rest of the YouTube content creators.
Well, and I'd be interested to talk to or find a way to get this in what's Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs, like get this event in front of his face just so he can go, wow, those are people who are actually working and doing something. They have a skill. That's what he markets is get out there, learn to weld, learn to bend metal, learn to do things, because yes, computers are great, but you still have to make stuff.
Now that's a fantastic homologation. It's
And, you know, this has opened the doors for a lot of people too. Ken from Tall Garage, I'm not going to say what he's got going on right now, but like he has a huge opportunity because of something he's building right now. And without this, that might not have ever happened. You know, a lot of people are like that same way. And it's just opened the doors. People like the content, you know, learning how to get your hands dirty, like all that type of stuff, and the variety, the diversity of it. You know, everyone's got their way of doing something, but a lot of people I've met, I text them, hey man, I'm new to this Ford crap. You Blue Oval guys are insane for building these cars. I guess I went insane for doing the same thing, but they help you through it. You know.
Here's something interesting. You just brought it up and made me think about it. Mike Rowe has 211,000 subscribers.
Mike should
hit that dude up.
Mike Rowe would love this.
I wonder if he would go in the booth.
All you viewers.
Hey.
That'd be.
All you viewers.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
You viewers get it to him so that he knows about it. And if 100 of you say it, he can't miss it, and he'll want to look at
that would be some killer stuff.
Put it in his face, put it on his channel, comment everywhere, hashtag it. Oh yeah.
Just bomb.
No doubt.
See if 100 of you can get a comment on his videos of some kind with the hashtag No Name Nationals. Let's try for 100 different viewers to make 100 comments asking Mike Rowe what he's going to bring to the No Name Nationals. Just see what he says.
That's good stuff.
Because these are the guys getting their hands dirty, just like everyone else watching, just like everyone else who has a channel. I mean,
and here's where it all kind of fits together. Mike Rowe is one of those guys that literally you could put him in the booth and you might recognize him from Dirty Jobs. But the second he picks up the microphone, everyone's going to remember him from American Chopper, right? He was the voice behind American Chopper for like the first 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Well, the point is just make sure he knows about it. So try to make 100 different comments, tag him No Name Nationals, put him on his channels, and let's just see if he takes notice in what he says. How about that?
Yeah.
Actually, Al, he has what?
That is a great idea.
211,000 subscribers, which is actually really low, you would think, for Mike Rowe, right? I mean, he must have 1 million Facebook followers.
And I'm telling you, he has to have over 500. I don't care who he is. That's the thing. Everybody plays by the same set of rules, because let me tell you, the No Name 500 participants are just as valuable to me as the people who have 100,000 subscribers. There's no
sing that song, Johnny. Sing that song.
Everybody here has value, okay? And the people that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, for instance, they probably are much less likely to need the fuel relief fund. So the fuel relief fund is for the people on the shoestring budget who need the help. And that's how important it is for the No Name 500 guys, especially, to make sure they can make the event.
Hey, highlight Barrow's Garage comment there.
Great idea. Oh my goodness. That would be so killer.
Oh, that would be fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Actually.
Let's also not forget to unsubscribe to Mr. Will's Dying Breed Garage. Mr. Will only needs about 140 more people to unsubscribe, and then he'll be at 500, and he can bring out his big block 69 Charger to race the junkyard jet as seen on Uncle Tony's Garage.
We got to do that. We got to get him there.
He only needs about 130 some more people to unsubscribe, and he'll be up to 500. So,
And he did a really good video on just talking smack in a good New Jersey way. You know, I thought it was really great.
It was funny that he put it up during the live, right? Like literally during the live with those guys.
But it's going to be fun. I mean, you know, I'm looking forward to that because Austin's got a great sense of humor. Will has that New Jersey side of it. So when he gets to 500, I'm just waiting for the shit to start just being talked, the back and forth banter in a nice, friendly way, the camaraderie. That's the other thing is this has great camaraderie too. Absolutely great camaraderie.
Oh yeah. Well, as you guys know, you could put a video out on YouTube and be like, "Hi, how are you doing?" Or you could put a video out just cussing someone out, and the one where you're cussing someone out gets all the views, and the one where you're nice gets nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
They want to see that slow motion train wreck. They just do.
The dumpster fire floating down the street.
Yes, wrapped in a taco shell.
Yes.
The Jet's going to have tires next week to handle the destruction. Speaking of tires, we're soon going to have Ryan from Streetcar Chronicles on here, and we're going to be talking about the heads up 28-inch by 10.5-inch tire class. Okay, you need to have a 28 by 10.5-inch tire, or you can run a 275/60/15 or smaller. Okay, car has to have steel roof, steel quarter panels, and other than that, anything goes. Not a 10.5W, so it's a true 28 by 10.5 tire. The class will be heads up, 16 car field, instant green tree. Provided we have a full 16 car field, which it looks to me like we sure will. It looks like it'll actually fill up soon. So if you're thinking of getting in on this, don't dally around. There's going to be a lot of cars in this. Pays $1,500 to win, $500 for runner up, and it's a $100 bill to enter. So that's a special class just for them that does have an entry fee. Your participation fee to the event covers everything at the event except that one heads up class. That one heads up class is a $100 bill to enter, but it has a big payout, and it's going to have some fast cars.
So I have to change my tires then. Dang it!
You need a 28 10.5.
I got W's.
No W's, no W's. This is a driver class, man, and it's an instant green tree. So your electronics are going to have a really hard time with that. This is a driver's class. Austin says his fenders are 90% Bondo. Excellent. That's great. Be careful.
After watching Tony's video today, I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is how you do it. This is how you unsubscribe from Mr. Will. You unsub twice in a row. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Exactly. What's up,
Right.
Street Fox?
Good man.
Mr. Will's getting really close. Mr. Will,
He's going to get there.
he's going to get there, and he's getting close, and he's talking a lot of smack, so that's going to be a good race, provided he gets his 500 subs.
That
So,
New
okay.
Jersey smack, baby.
Yeah.
I need some smack for the burnout competition here. Like, I need to fire up some smack. Big time.
Let's get some smack rolling here, brothers.
Andy,
Man, come on.
You mean like
Who's
talk
got
shit
what?
smack?
Who's got what?
Yes.
You mean
Who's
like
got
that yellow little submarine behind you with the one wheel peel, the peg leg wonder?
what?
Dude,
You gonna put a spare tire on that with 80 pounds of pressure to maybe go?
Andy
it is
saying-
so slow. It's ridiculous.
He's saying he could be a class filler. So if you guys really think of the mixed up boss, that 700 and some horsepower small block Ford, you think of it as a class filler?
He's part of the Tunnel Ram Mafia. He is the class.
Exactly. I think he's a little more than that. Dust Devil, you need to contact Big Chief. If he wants to come run, he can. He's got the subscribers. If he wants to get in on it, he can run like everybody else.
But he's got to enter the burnout competition.
Yeah, he's welcome to do that too. All right, guys, we're at the 10 o'clock hour, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap up because we want, Daddy's Money's Garage is going to be a guest on Dust Devils Live. Dust Devils Live is the weird hour. Generally a little bit different show than this. He's going to be on live after me, Dust Devil Garage. If you guys have anything left to ask, go ahead and ask it. I do want to thank our mods. Just Mopar Joe, Andy Unity Motorsports Garage, and Blake from Bad Tree Productions, Fubar the Axe, and Buzz is lurking too with an axe. We got the No Name Nationals Fuel Relief Fund. There's a video on my channel. It's 2 minutes, no commercials. So please, it's a simple video to just share everywhere. Has the links you need to apply for fuel relief. Or if you feel inclined to donate, that link's in there too. Don't be bashful, no strings attached. We just want to make sure everybody can make it to this event who needs help.
Alba is asking an important question. Mini bikes, question mark. We actually have something planned for that. John and I have something planned for that. But I mean, if you know somebody that wants to sponsor the monkey bike class, just let us know because we'd like to get them in there on it.
Yep.
But we do have something planned, and one of you lucky viewers are going to be really happy.
Yep. So with that, we'll wrap up, and we'll see you guys again. We're live every Friday on this channel, and stick around. Have guests on next Friday. And we'll see you guys with the No Name Nationals update 2 weeks from today. Be looking for our next content creator workshop too. It'll be soon. And with that, we're out.
Stay blessed, y'all.
We'll see y'all.
See you later.
See you guys.